All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Today it's going to be a quick one. I just went for a test drive with this. Lots of surprises. It runs pretty good, but the brakes are terrible. Like, I've got full brake right front. I've got basically no brake left front, so it just pulls immediately to the right. Looks good in the back, but it's hard to tell. I just adjusted the handbrake. That looks good. The pad looks good. The wear on the brake disc looks good. So nothing seems to be stuck in the back, but this one, we definitely have some issues. Now it rolls pretty good, so you would think it works, but nope, it's really hot. And but there's no brake. I don't know if the brake pads are stuck or if the caliper's stuck, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna lube this up a little bit, see if it comes around or if we might have to do something more with this. But let's take the wheel off to start with. Let's get these bolts. Oh shit, lost a bolt already. All right, looks like someone's been here recently. It's very lubed up. All right, so that is hot. All right, so let's see if we can get any type of movement up in here. I am doubtful. Usually this pin right here gets stuck and it's dang near impossible to get it loose. See, we got movement right there. That's good. It's a good sign. Let's see on the bottom here. That is hot. Look at that. We got new parts right there. New glide pin, but that doesn't seem to have helped because that thing is solid. All right. So I suggest we start right here by trying to get this caliper off. So we're gonna need 13 and probably the rest of the entire garage. All right, so we're gonna start with a 13 here, but I think we will wind up with a 12 because of the rust. Yeah, that's not a 13, I think. I don't even think it was from the beginning. Let's try a number 12. That seems to go on pretty good. No problems with this one. Let's see if this one will go. Oh, shoot. I didn't even have to try. That was all loose. That's not very good. That looks, I don't know about you, but that looks like that's been loose for a while. All right, that is, yeah, that's on there. That's not very good. So definitely have an issue over here. Might have a seized caliper, which would suck because then we need to do both of them. And then we might as well do the rotors and the pads and everything. A complete overhaul. Let's try this again. I got absolutely nothing. I don't really want to force the caliper off either because since the disc is kind of worn, then I will probably wind up breaking the pads, which would kind of suck. But I don't know how we're gonna do this any other way. Let's see if I can get a hold of this. The pin itself. No idea what size that is. It should be that size, whatever that is. Oh, it does turn. Look at that. That is good. That is good. Yeah, give me that. All right, now we're making some progress here. These pins are definitely not good, but we are looking at a seized caliper. You can always try to push the piston in, but I don't know if it's gonna help. I got it moving a little bit. Might be able to slide it off. There we go. We got basically new pads on this. Look at that, nice and shiny. Ferrodo. Oh, I don't like those. Ferrodo. It's not too bad, but we definitely need to fix that. And then we have this piston, which seems to be pretty stuck in there. All right, so I'm gonna go in, press the brake, trying to get this out a little bit so we can have a look at it. So while I'm pumping the brake, I'm looking at the caliper as well. Okay, so I got full brake on here now. Let's see where we can start here and see if we can try to twist the piston. Watch out for the gasket there. You don't catch that. No, this thing's just, it doesn't have to be the piston. It could actually be something else. Could be the brake hose, but we're I don't think so. Let's see what we can find behind here. We've got like a whole bunch of rust behind here. Gently get the gasket off. Have a little peek in here. Oh God. Oh, that's bad. I don't know how much you guys can see, but look in there. That is not looking too good. We got a lot of rust. We got a lot of debris in there. No water, but you know, rocks. So yeah, we need to rebuild this caliper. All right, well, let's just unhook it and we'll try to clean this up as good as we can. I'm thinking new pins, new rubbers, rebuild the caliper, and new brake hoses. You know, I might as well. You know, it's kind of a thing that I do. If I do the brake caliper, then I want to do the brake hose as well, because they should be changed at the same time, I think, anyway. But you know, to each their own. Maybe this won't be such a short video after all. All right, so let's just cut this off right here. Watch your eyes. There you go. Take the caliper off. All right, so for right now, I'm just gonna take a drill bit and stick it in the brake hose, so that'll stop leaking. You could also press the brake pedal down a little bit, but I mean, that works just as fine. Let's go ahead and break this down. So we have this one on top. I think they are a little bit different. Just want to work it back and forth while pulling it out. And if these are really stuck, then you're just gonna have to heat this up. Okay, so we got this one on the bottom. They look identical. Can't really tell any difference here. These will be exchanged for new ones. I'm just gonna get this caliper holder as well. Might as well make everything look good now. Wow, these really needed a clean. Oh, I actually knew that something would probably be up with the brakes. Put this back or else you'll lose it. Now we might as well get the fucking shield here too, right? Dang it! Now I gotta change a bunch of things. Ah, so now you want to get this big one. Can't remember what that was. 32 would be my guess. Nope, I would be wrong. It's a 36. Where is the big boy nowadays? There he is. Oh, upwards. Yeah. Oh. There we go. You have this thing, which is called like a hub unit. So when you go to change your wheel bearing, you change this whole thing. Let's see if we can't clean this up a little bit. Put that guy back. I think you're supposed to replace that. I'm not sure. Look at that. Look at those threads. That is amazing. There we go. Get this off. Nice. Oh God. Well, I think we're gonna have to stop here, or else, you know, I'll take the whole strut off. I'll clean that, make that look nice, and then that looks bad, and then I'll just take that, and then before you know it, the whole car's in 1,000 pieces. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have this fluffy thing on. I don't think that does anything. So let's build a spray booth for the powder coating gun, which is up here. So we're gonna do some powder coating, and in order to do that, you know, powder coat powder. So it's gonna be powder everywhere. Can't do it outside, it's too cold, too windy. We need to build a little bit of a temporary paint booth here. So I went with this board. It's pretty not hard, like sawdust glued together. We're gonna use this because it was cheap. We'll use the fine inside towards where we're gonna be spraying. So we got one. Definitely don't need to be that deep. Maybe it does. I'm not sure about that powder, like how that goes. But maybe we can pull this off. Maybe we can pull this off. We'll cut that in half. Maybe that'll be enough to put it on the other side, and then we got a roof. Do we have anything to measure with? Ah, of course we don't. Where is that? Why is that always gone? That stupid. There it is. All right, got the tumstock. So let's see here what we've got to work with. 61, 120. So that is awesome. That means we can just split this down the middle. We'll have a side here, a side here. Freaking perfect. All right, so that's what we're gonna be doing. So we're just gonna go ahead and use these. We'll make a little frame around this, and then we'll just screw everything together. Nice, can you hold that for me over there? Thanks. Let's not overthink it, is what I'm thinking. Let's just get shit done. We'll just measure this out. Look at that. All right, guys, look at that. Not very stable, but we got ourselves a nice little box here. Look at that. We can put big things in here. Maybe not a rear axle, but front subframe maybe. I think that'll fit in there. All right, so I'm just gonna put a whole lot more screws in here, and then I'll, got a little bit weird here, but that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna button this up and we'll get back with the rest of it. All right, guys, so this is kind of what it turned out into. I got the board, we got the planks, pieces of wood. We have a little outlet here. Got this hooked up. Had to pull all this electricity and stuff, but got that working. So we got a little section going here. And I think this will be just great for the general painting of not only the powder coating, but whatever I need to paint. I can just do it in here. Got 3 hooks here. You know, they're strong. So I can definitely, you know, get to hanging some stuff in there. All right, so the next thing is to start blasting this. Probably gonna film a little bit like right in here, but I don't think you'll see much. But I'm gonna attempt to get most of this rust off. I'm gonna put the pistons back so we don't get to blast it in here. I do wanna get this edge right here though. I really wanna get that clean. Just get these big, you know, fragments off. These are actually a little bit worse. So I just knock this off. And we'll use these for hanging them later. And so we'll just hook this onto here or something, hang it up, paint it, and then go to the oven. And because you can't touch the part once you've got the powder on there. So that's a little bit. So hopefully I can just, you know, hook that on there and it should be fine. All right, what do you think? Should be good. Hoping to be able to do all 4 at once, but we'll see what happens here. Might need some pliers to get this on. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Could get a little tricky. Oh well, we'll try. I've never done this before, so we'll see what happens. But let's get to blasting. All right, so I've had these guys soaking in here for a little bit. Let's see how they look like. Well, this paper doesn't look very good. Get rid of that. So this is Evaporust, very popular, at least in the States. I know it's very popular, not so much in Sweden maybe, but I like to use it. You know, there's no harsh chemicals in it. Does a pretty good job of removing the rust. So after I have blasted it, I like to, you know, just dip it in here, get all the rust out, all the tiny little rust spots that you can't really get with the blaster. Not my little tiny blasting machine anyway. My compressor is way too small. We'll be washing these off. Main reason for this is to get rid of the rust that's in there, because I can't be blasting in there. Or maybe you can, I don't know, but I've always avoided it. So there we go. We'll just pop them in here, give them a little wash. What are you doing in there, Mr. Piston? That wasn't supposed to be in there. Well, it looks like some got in there anyway, so that's good. So we'll just plug this in first. There we go, get a little water going there. Cleaner. Very important to get it clean in here where the gasket sits. If you still have rust in here, you're just gonna be back here in a while. You really want to make sure to get all this rust out. Alright, so this is kind of what I wound up with here. Now, that evaporust is not, it's not brand new at all. So I think there's some contaminants in it, which is making it kind of look weird. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just pop this into the blasting cabinet one last time. Just give it a quick little rundown so that we have nice, fresh steel. Then I'll just blow it dry and then we'll paint it. I think that will be kind of the best thing to do here. But it looks really good. We've got absolutely no rust in there. I don't know if you can see that. If I get my face out of the way. Kind of looks decent in there. You know, no rust. You definitely want to look out in here so you don't have any rust at all in here. It all needs to be super clean. And then we'll hang it up to get it cleaned off. I think that'll be nice. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and put these hoses back here a little bit so that we don't get, you know, stuff in the threads. That would kind of suck. We will be replacing these nipples and stuff. Right, so that one's ready to go. I'm trying to avoid touching, you know, the surfaces too much, but it's kind of difficult. Pop that in there. Put the piston in. Because, you know, I don't want paint to be where the piston's supposed to be. I almost forgot. We need to prep these first. We need that tape. Oh, where the hell is that at? There it is. All right, so I got this special Tessa tape, and this is for this job anyway. And we're just gonna cover up all the spots that we don't want paint on. For example, like these ears right here, we don't want paint on those. There goes the piston. I'm gonna need a knife or something, and I'm gonna get some gloves. This is gonna take a while. Well, I'll be back when this is all taped up. All right, so what I did is I just taped up all these edges. I don't know if you can see them. So right there, just taped it up where the brake pad's supposed to be. And also these holes right here, because I've already thrown the old ones away. If I hadn't thrown those, I probably just would have popped those in there, because that was not cool putting that tape on there. Anyway, let's hang these up. All right, so first I thought, let's get this thing set up here, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never powder coated before. I've seen a few videos on it. I kind of know what to do, but, you know,
time will tell, right?
Practice makes perfect. I got this thing hooked up here. It's got a little foot pedal here. It's connected to 220 volts. We have, like I said, a foot panel. We have a ground clamp that needs to be connected to your part. We have the gun here that also needs air. Needs to have a very low pressure setting, so about 1 bar, or preferably less, maybe 0.7. So I'm gonna go ahead and go and adjust that right now. Bring the hose over here, and then I guess we're gonna load up the powder, right? I'm guessing. I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully this will fit on there. It's fitting, I'm not sure. So we'll drop the pressure down here. You want to unscrew. All right, can you see the dials there? I don't know if you can. Nope. Yep. Zoom in. All right, so you want to let a little air out. I want to unscrew this. I think we'll do something like that around. This regulator isn't brilliant, so you get a little bit more pressure. Something like that. Probably be fine. All right, now we'll just connect the air here. Hopefully it doesn't blow up on us. Okay, so now I see how this works. I was trying to figure out how this works. But we have air coming out of here, so that will stir up the powder, and then it will eventually, since it's overpressured in here, the powder mixture that will be in here will go out through this hose, or this pipe, and just flow down, and spread out. And then we have this funny looking thing here. That's just to provide the electric charge. Good thing I didn't have the power on. Like I mentioned earlier, I got a little suction thing going here, so we'll just evacuate. If there will be any dust, we'll just send that outside. And that should be fine. All right, so this seems pretty set up now. You can also adjust how much powder you want coming out on this little adjuster right here, but since I haven't even tried it out, I can't really be touching that right now. But maybe we'll adjust that later. I think the spring broke on me on the door. Can you believe that? What if I would have gotten that in my face? You want to get yourself one of these included in the kit. We got some different nozzles here too, like the one I was adjusting back there. I don't know if we might need a different one. And we got the paint. We got several different ones. We have zinc gray. We have Overhaul 9005, so that would be gloss black. 9005 non-gloss. And we have gloss again, so we got two glossy ones. Zinc gray again. So I guess this one is for the calipers because they don't need to be shiny, maybe. This one's got more warning labels on it, so that must be better. This one says it can be dangerous for water-living organisms. It doesn't say that on this one. So I'm gonna go with this one. Are we gonna put down a zinc base coat? Are we really gonna be that serious? Wow, this has a lot of very toxic for water-living organisms. Maybe we should put this on first. What could possibly go wrong, you know? Oh, there's no sealing thing at all here. It's just wide open. So now, problem number one, getting this into that. Funnel, not very big on funnels, to be honest. What do we do? Maybe we should make our own funnel. It needs to be a little bigger than that, though. Could just make a paper funnel, I guess. Oh, look, a funnel. Must be the last one season. All right, found a surprisingly clean funnel. Look at that. That'll be awesome. All right, so we'll just whip it up, I guess. Should I have, like, breathing masks and stuff on? Probably. I don't know where it is right now, though. So we'll just pour this in here. Oh, that's a fine powder. It says to avoid breathing it. How the hell are you supposed to do that? It's got a sweet smell to it. Doesn't smell like chemicals. It smells like, I don't even know, hard to describe. Get a little bit of the, oh, that's finer. Oh wow, this is gonna get everywhere. Whoops. Definitely gonna be putting on the gas masks for that later. So I guess we'll start with this. Let's go over to the, let's start painting. Is this gonna go straight to shit or is it gonna be decent? I don't know. So let's turn the exhaust fan on. We'll get a breathing mask. Here's one. My biggest concerns right now are the pistons. Like, are they gonna get completely painted in there now, or are we gonna be able to remove them at all? Oh yeah, on the back of this thing we have a little bit of setting, so I'm thinking we're gonna go with 30 for the first layer, and then the next layer we'll do like 40 or something, and we'll just hopefully that will be better. All right, we'll get the grounding clamp. Hook this on here somewhere appropriate. I wonder, can you touch that once it's been charged? I don't know. Gloves. Got some gloves. I got this little hinge on here so that I can kind of turn it if needed. I think I'm gonna start with the tricky bits. So like everything in here. Feels like that can get a little messy. Right, so we load up the powder. You're not supposed to have this much powder in there. I don't know what I'm doing, you know. Let's see what happens. All right, gonna give it a little test. Oh, that's a lot of powder. Holy Shoot. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go with a little bit less powder here. That was way too much. That was crazy. What's this doing here? Press the pedal, and then we go. I think I need a little bit more air, actually. Just gonna bump that up a little bit. Go ahead and move this over. Up to the next guy here. This Clampulator 2000 ain't too good. Just on this one off. Just put that somewhere. It's right there for now. Oh, shortage of hooks here. Alright, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. So now we'll take these and we'll go pop them in the oven. Alright, so now we're gonna bake them. On the bottle it says 190 degrees for 15 minutes. Now this is an old oven. I know it doesn't really work properly. So I kind of want to apologize for the fact that I do not have an infrared thermometer. That would have been freaking great right now. We're gonna do this without it. We'll just pop it in there, set it for half an hour maybe, because we got a lot of stuff. So I think it's gonna take a while before it kind of cures. We'll just have a look at it, see what happens, you know. We'll just wing it a little bit, is what I'm trying to say, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Now, I think it's better for it to be in there for a little bit too long than to have it in there too short. We'll pop them in there, we'll set a timer for 15 minutes, we'll come back, have a look, see how it looks like. But ideally, they should be in there for 15 minutes when the caliper itself is 190 degrees. Of course, it's like 20 degrees now, so it's gonna take a while for it to get up to 190 degrees. So I'm thinking maybe we need to probably do this half an hour, 45 minutes. I mean, it takes quite a while for a chicken to get ready, right? It's like 45 minutes from frozen, something like that, I'm thinking. I don't know. This will be nice and easy, I think. Nope, that's not gonna work. That is hot as hell. Ow! Pinched my finger. All right. Don't you let me down now, little vice grip. Ooh. Oh, don't hit it. That was close. All right, so we got them in there, hanging like that. We got this up to 200. Needs to charge when that goes out. It should be up to 200. So let's see what will happen here now. Hopefully the brake hoses won't explode. That's one concern I have. Just want to let you guys know, once again, this is a learning experience. This is not a how to do your powder coating. This is probably more like this is not how you do your powder coating, but all right, we'll let that marinate a little bit. I'll set a timer for 15 minutes. We'll come back. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think that this should only partially harden. So we'll just make sure it gets shiny, and then we'll put on the black, and then we'll send it in there for a little bit longer. All right, so they've been in there for about 15 minutes, and looks like the caliper holders, or whatever you want to call those, they look pretty shiny and nice. The calipers themselves seem to be taking a little longer, but I think I'm gonna pull those out and get the black one on those and let the calipers hang a little bit. You can see the pistons are about to pop out, so that's not great. Now they're probably gonna be a little hot. I had gloves for this occasion somewhere. Here we go. Oh, it smells terrible. It smells like, not burnt plastic, but more like burnt brake hose. All right, so now we need to swap this out for the black one. I'm not really sure how to do that, but kind of feels right to do that. All right. This is an unbelievably messy process. There we go. Where's my breathing mask? Kind of want that. All right, so we've upped it to 40,000 volts now. Makes sense, I guess. It's very hard to tell how much you're putting on. I'm gonna go ahead, pop these back in the oven, and then get the calipers. Look at that brake hose. Oh gosh, it's about to pop. I think we'll bump this up to a little bit more even, 45,000 volts. See if what kind of difference that makes. That's done. Oh, doing that. All right, let's get these in the oven again. All right, so we'll just let that dangle in there for a little bit. Looks like I might have gotten slightly too much on it, like quite a lot too much, but you know, live and learn. I'll do a little bit of investigating on these later, see what I can improve on. But yeah, let's let these dangle here for about 15 minutes, and might take out those a little bit earlier, but I'll get back to you once they're dry. All right, let's check this out, see what's what. If it's been in there for half an hour now in total, not sure if that's enough, but looks pretty decent. Definitely got too much paint on there. Why are you so low? Oh shit. Damn, that thing's making a lot of noise. All right, guys. Well, here we are. This is the finished product. Way too much paint. It's just a ridiculous amount of paint on these. So that's definitely a lessons learned. And another thing, these two, hope you can see it, kind of touched each other at some point here. So the paint that was on this one went over to this one instead. So that's not very good, but I can still see the zinc primer that we put on from the beginning there. So hopefully it'll do. I'll just have to do better next time I'm doing a caliper holder. As far as the tape goes, you know, this little safety tape here comes off like nothing. So that is really nice, so that we still have nice clean surfaces for the brake pad right there. The screws, haven't really decided what to do with the screws, if I'm gonna use those or get new ones. I don't know what I'm gonna do. A little bit of a mistake was to get the thread out on this side. Shouldn't have done that. It should have been flush, because that's probably gonna be pretty difficult to remove now. Brake hoses don't turn out very good in the oven, just so I'll know. Lots of paint on this as well, but the pistons come out no problem, so you know they don't get seized in there with the paint. Got pretty good coverage. Got a few spots like right in the corner there where there's a little bit of black paint missing, but we still have the zinc underneath it. Other than way too much paint, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I can still see it says Volvo on there, so I guess it's kind of all right. Good for first time, I would say, and it feels very, very hard. So I'm gonna crack on with this. I'm gonna get the new pistons in there, see if the gaskets all fit now that we have a little bit more paint on there, and hopefully that will go smoothly as well. Paint seems to crack when bent, like way too much, you know? It's pretty fragile. I'm gonna go ahead and use this friend kit. This is an all-in-one kit basically, so we have all the gaskets, everything that we'll need for the rebuild, including these guide pins, screws, piston, lubrication, bleeding nipples, the whole 9 yards. I have never used friend kit. I would have liked Volvo Original, but couldn't get a hold of that in time, so we're gonna go with that. Although if I would have known everything would have taken 2 weeks, I probably could have gone with the original, but you know, it is what it is now. And yeah, let's see if we can't restore this. Okay, so this says red rubber grease, so I'm guessing that's for the rubber then. I get my gloves. Piston in there. We got a little air bubble, which means it's nice and tight. I think that will be really nice. That's how you do it. There you go, and then it slips in there. Ooh, let's push it on in. We've got these. A little bit cheap, I think. How did these go on? I think they go on like so, if I'm not mistaken. Let's say stick it up there first, maybe. All right, that makes sense. There we go. Not really sure what that's supposed to do, but it's in there. Then we have the air nipple. Air nipple. Right. Don't think that's what it's called. Let's say that caliper is about done. New piston, gaskets, little vent thing, little hat. This thing's ready to go. Everything fit up nice. There we go. Looking nice. Got these. These go on like so. These were so rusty, they don't really have anything to grab onto anymore. There's been so much material taken out. That one will stick a little bit. It wasn't that bad after all. Nice. But then yeah, I guess, you know, these weren't so prepped, these bolts, so they had a lot of rust on them. So I guess that's what saved it. Right, so for these we'll just use this white grease, like a silicone grease, I guess it is. That sucker up. I should have put the gasket on first. My bad. Maybe it will do. There we go. Nice. Dang, that's tight. Look at that sucking in there. I'll put these on. Seems like my pad holder is a little too much warm. They might not stick on there automatically, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to stick there. It's just to make it easier. And on this, when you have stainless like this, you don't need anything. Don't put anything on here. Just keep it clean. See that one stuck in there properly. Let's see if this one does. Not really. All right, look at that. That was nice, real nice. Ta-da, looking pretty decent. All right, maybe we should put it back on the car. All right, guys, so I've been doing a little bit of editing while making this video, like alongside, and I think I'm up to like 45 minutes now, so kind of need to stop filming. So I just did the whole assembly off camera. I hope you don't mind, but this is how it turned out. Looks pretty good, you know. There's the little kiss we had in the oven there, so that sucks. So they got a little bit of missing paint right there as well, but overall I am pretty happy with how it turned out. A little bit too much paint, but we'll just make it better next time. Now though, you know, this looks nice and that not so much. So I don't know, I guess we'll just take one thing at a time while we're doing it and just kind of restore it, getting this car back into a decent looking shape. We got a lot to do under here. This is, wow, there's a lot of stuff to improve on here, because, you know, that's the sad part about this car. It's very low mileage, but it's still been in a cold storage, so yeah, definitely got a few things to fix on it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It was nice learning something new with the powder coating. Always looking to learn new things. Maybe we'll get more into that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, see you guys later. Adios. Bye.